Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome to episode 18, the final episode of season 2. Today we have got Brentford at the Brentford Community Stadium, followed by Chelsea on the final day, and that is because we have some little sneaking chance of being pushed into a Champions League, no, Europa League, maybe, a Conference League spot, possibly, at the end of the season. Since we last met, we've had a bit of an interesting run of results, which have kept us in the hunt, but that's mainly because Arsenal, Everton, Liverpool have all done their best to not secure a European spot by this time of the season. We go to our fixtures, we'll start there first. Last time we met was Everton, and we did get beat 4-1. We played Leeds, we beat them 2-1 this morning. I then played West Ham in a must-win game, and, well, West Ham proved that they're a very good footballing side. And yeah, they do look good with the players that they do have. Pasquetta is an absolute baller on Football Manager. And then we played Manchester City in a game I did not care. Just like Man United, did not care, didn't even stay in the room. Went 1-0 up because I went diamond, and they dominated me, but I still went diamond. I then went 4-3-3, conceded 80th minute, and then Dunk in the 93rd minute scored from a set piece to keep my faint European hopes alive. And then they became a little bit bigger because teams around us lost against teams that aren't around us, and that's always huge. Now, if we go into the league table, we currently sit 8th. We're a point behind Everton. Yes, they have a game in hand. Liverpool are in 5th. We need them to lose every game for them to catch us, so realistically, we're looking between 6th, 7th, and 8th. At the moment, 7th does not get a European spot, but that's because of the Carabao Cup winners. As you can see, 7th does get a Conference League spot. I would love to be in the Conference League, being little old Brighton. The winners of the Carabao Cup, though, are a team called Arsenal. If you have a look at them, Carabao Cup winners, 4-1 against Brentford. That's actually really important to keep in mind. If Arsenal finish 6th or 5th, then 7th will get the Europa Conference League spot, which means 7th, which we're only a point behind Everton, is massive for us to try and attain. On top of that, if Arsenal finish in 7th or 8th, we need to finish 6th, and Liverpool are in the FA Cup final, which means then if they win the FA Cup final against Wolves, the Europa League spot goes to the league, which means 6th will get a Europa League spot, and finishing 6th, even if Arsenal finish outside in 7th or 8th, we would get a Europa League spot. And that could be huge as well. Important to note, Liverpool probably won't finish top 4. They've got to play Arsenal, which is a massive game, which is the first game we're going to sim through, as they're in the early kickoff. Then they got Everton in the catch-up game. That is the catch-up game Everton has. It's Liverpool in the Merseyside derby at Anfield. And hopefully Liverpool just go win, sneak into 4th anyway, which will be fine. But if they don't, beat Wolves in the FA Cup final, because then it leaves us with the spot that we need. And then they got Bayern in the Champions League final. Not bad for Gerrard taking over late doors there at Liverpool. Yes, Steven Gerrard's in charge. Last we speak about Arsenal, they've had some very indifferent results. They got beat by Leeds 3-2 in a game where Leeds dominated early. They beat Wolves and Everton but lost to Brentford. So they've had a pretty tight run of it to keep us in the fight. And then there's Everton, the team we're directly fighting against. They got beat by Arsenal 2-1. They then lost to Newcastle 3-2. And Ismail Sarr late penalty resigned them to a late defeat. They got Man United today at the same time as us. Hopefully United beat them. And then they got Liverpool in that catch-up game, which means if they lose both of them, we beat Brentford, we will be in the driving seat on the final day. Yes, we do have Chelsea. So try not to hiccup then. Yes, we do have Chelsea. But we put ourselves in the position. That's all that matters. There is a world where we do have to speak about that Brentford beat us and then all of a sudden we lose to Chelsea, we finish 10th. But it's important to know, last year we snuck into mid-table to keep our job. This year, at the worst of finishing top half or smack bang mid-table. Good progression. Which means next year we really should be targeting a top 7 finish in that bracket. I think that's not bad progression. Yes, I was disgruntled last night on stream and on YouTube. But, after stewing about it at work, it's actually been a really good year. So let's just go out there and enjoy it against Brighton. First thing we are going to do is skip forward because I think we need Liverpool to win the remaining games they have. Or at least draw to Arsenal. I think we have to target Arsenal. And then if we can't catch Arsenal, just get ahead of Everton and then see what happens. In terms of other results around us, nothing really. We'd hope Leeds lose because then it gives us a better spot where we can finish. But yeah, Important to note, Ferguson has developed out there on loan as well. Fitness test, McAllister, Salcedo, Correa, and Lucas all passed fit enough. Arsenal 1-3-1, that's not a good result for us. That does mean that we need a win to keep our hopes to catch Arsenal. That ain't great. It does also mean that if Liverpool lose, and we win, and the goal difference becomes a little bit whatever, then yeah, but it would require us to pump Brentford and pump Chelsea. It's probably the worst result, because it now means that if Arsenal win their last game of the season, which, who do they have again? They have Palace, then we can only finish 7th. But if we win and Arsenal don't win, our goal difference would be better. So we would finish 6th. It's all about us finishing ahead of Everton. We need Man United to really, really, really do us over. Do us a job. Come on, Man United. Never thought I would say that. In terms of what we're going to do here against Brentford, very simply put, 4-3-3, stay in the game, fresh legs, hit them on the break, hopefully late doors. If not, go diamond. I feel like if we start diamond, and it doesn't happen, we could be 2 or 3 goals down early, and that's not good. With that being said, we are going to go Alta, Scully, Dunk, Satalo, Estupian. We're then going to go to Rum, Salcedo and Fred, McAllister, Andreas, and Joe Geldhard. I'm actually going to drop Satalo and go Salisu. Bit in better form this year. He's actually had a really good year, to be fair. So we are going to go with him as well. Geldhard, important to note, has actually done well. 6.98 in his first half of the year being with us. They reckon he's got very good potential. I think he's been developing. It's been weird with development this year on FM so far in the beta. Hopefully that gets improved as well. McAllister will start. Andreas will start. Obviously the preferred. And it leaves me Alvarez, Correa, and a few others on the bench that we can change the game with. And that's important as well. Score prediction in the chat. We are live on stream. Give us a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you are enjoying the content as well. And obviously the links are down below to come follow us live on Twitch. I will note, I will be away this weekend. I will be playing poker over in Sydney. So there will be content that is pre-scheduled to come out. Just know that I won't be live over this weekend. If you're watching this in the future and, well, you know, a long way down the track, what date? What was the date you're watching this? Comment. Give it a comment. All right. Anyway, Tunnel. We took a lot of confidence from the Man City response. Look, I don't know. Apparently we've been prolific in front of goals. We need to. Mark reckons we win 2-1. I'll take that right now. Snap it off your hands. They're lining up with Tony, Damsgaard, and Buemo, Da Silva, Norgard, Bidstrop, Aja, Singo, good players, Singo, Rico Henry, Beck, Sorensen, and yeah. We have to score first, you feel. Scully does well, good tackle. Falls to Damsgaard. Cut out by Sasito, we can break it. This is where Joe Geldhart needs to get space or run channels, and he does run one wide. Drives inside. Shrugs off the tackle. Beats another tackle. To Rum. Needs help. Got numbers inside. Can he cut it? Does. Joe Geldhart. Oh, it's been blocked by Raya. Great save from the Brentford keeper. On the break we went. That needed to go in the back of the net. It didn't. Free kick. You wouldn't imagine McAllister's too far out for this. But you never know. Hits it. Wasn't too far, but wasn't in the back of the net, which we needed. Darmsgaard down the other end, open game. Backstick headed and off the post and in. That is not what we wanted to see, boys. We conceded early. Wasn't offside. I don't think that was offside. Birdshot looked like he was just sitting there by himself at the back stick. Offside's been given. Apparently it's been given against Singo, judged to block the keeper, the game said. To be fair, that's actually one where the keeper is been impeded by that because it's right in his eye line. I still think that should probably count, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Anyway, Bidstrup now with the ball. Drives. Singo again. Picks it up. Looks inside. Can we get a tackle in maybe? We don't. Nordgaard. Da Silva. Darmsgaard. Oh, Tony's in. Altar. Keeps us in it. We've just been in really poor form and not really churned out any performances. How he beat City, do not ask me. 26 minutes played. Gonna actually move us to cautious here and actually try and hit him a bit more quickly on the break. See if we can find something. Everton are beating Man United, which kind of kills us. It's not a good result. What are you doing, Man United? Darm's getting quarter. This would be against... far out. It's probably all she wrote, boys. Probably all she wrote. 1-0 down to Brentford. Everton just went 1-0 up against Man United. Everton just don't lose games this year. Everton just don't lose games this year. It has really been annoying that we are battling like with West Ham and Everton and all that for a European spot, where if this was real life against the normal sides, we would already be where we need to be. We are going to go straight into the 4-1-2-1-2. Going to actually take Fred off, go move Cicito into there. McAllister's going to move in as a centre mid on attack and get him moving along. Andreas in the hole. Gerhardt is going to come out, or Fred's going to come out for Alvarez at half time. 4-1-2-1-2. We need something. We need to throw caution to the wind. It's not caution to the wind because we still play well in this system, but yeah. Darmsgate was onside there. He really had enough time to do whatever he wants. Look, this is where we need to go out there, get on the ball, and just find chances now. We just haven't really had a result. We haven't played well. Let's run home. 58 minutes played. Nothing looks like it's happening. Don't block it into the bot, pass it into space, and let's go attacking. Nothing's happening out here. Correa's going to come in. Joe Gerhardt's going to come off. Advance forward. I'm actually going to move 3 strikers. Screw it. Let's get McAllister. Let's do that. 2 advance forwards. 3 advance forwards. Probably a pressing forward should go in there. It probably should be on the middle. Move to something like that. A bit asymmetric like. Don't have to give us some more run. Lamptey, Scully as a complete wing back on attack. Something like that. Just commit men. Off we go. Is there anything we can do? Get Bulls in there. West Ham beating Leeds. Look, good result in terms of not finishing 10th, but we've got a lot more to fight about here with the last 10 minutes or so. Donath, Lamptey, Correa, got to score. Took an extra touch, but he should just hit it. Sums us up at the minute. Can't do anything. We throw the kitchen sink, but it's not happening. Man, I just don't know. We can't win away from home at the minute. We cannot win away from home. That's season over, you would imagine, boys. Season over. We'll have a look at some results here. But I think that resigns us to 8th, 9th or 10th. Wow, Man United came back and won 3-2 to keep faint European hopes alive, depending on other results. Does mean Arsenal are now going to finish either 6th or 5th, which means 7th. Oh, no, it doesn't. If Everton win, then we're out. We need Liverpool to win at Anfield versus Everton. And then that means Arsenal finish top 6, which means 7th will get a Conference League spot. There's some slight hope for Europe for 7th. But we'd have to beat Chelsea on the final day at home. When we come back, it'll be the Everton game, which will sim. A point for Everton means it's still alive. A win, not too bad. But if Everton get 3 points at Anfield, our season resides at 8th, 9th or 10th. Welcome back, YouTube. This will determine if we have Chelsea in the last part of this episode. If not, then we'll just go to the end of the season review. Also on the same note, City win, Chelsea then can't win the league. And to be fair, if City draw, they can't win the league anyway because of goal difference. So that's another factor in this. The ideal world is actually at Goodison. I thought it was at Anfield. The ideal world is Liverpool win and then City win and then Chelsea go on the beach. We beat them and Everton then don't do the business on the final day. Who knows? This is important. Finishes 0-0, which means that we're in a position... Whoa. Which means we're in a position when it comes to the final day, if we beat Chelsea and Everton do... Look, if we beat Chelsea and Everton draw, we would go into 7th on goal difference. If we have to beat Chelsea. That's the end of the game, right? If Everton draw or lose and we win, we will finish 7th and get Conference League football. Guaranteed now because Arsenal finishing top 6. Big old moment coming up. Big old moments coming up. Chelsea, final day, must win for any hope of European football. Welcome back, YouTube. Final day. We've got Chelsea, Zinedine Zidane's Chelsea, and they have no chance of winning the league because of the goal difference. We are going to go out there and play Diamond. Fulham host Everton, knowing that we need Fulham to at least draw to keep our Finn hopes alive, and we have to beat Chelsea. The reason why Diamond, we just have not been good enough this year in the back end of this season with the 4-3-3. This team can go 4-3-3, that's the main thing as well, and we can do that. With that being said, I've actually dropped Andreas for this game to allow us to go 4-3-3 early, play Fred in the ball-winning midfielder role, move McAllister in his preferred attacking midfielder spot. He's been woeful in the last 5 games. And I've actually started Correa over Alvarez. And the only reason I've done that is Correa's got 15 goals this season. Big game player, even though Alvarez is too. I just feel like Correa, most goals that are scored this season, have to go do it. Satalo isn't going to play unfit. We're going to go Lewis Dunk. I feel like I have to do that. And it's going to be Alto, Dunk, and Salisu. Lamptey's going to start because Scally's form's really dropped off a cliff. Salcedo is stupid. Fred, Turam, McAllister, Correa, and Joe Geldhart has been the only player in any sort of form in his last 5 games. Can we go out there and can we do it? Maybe. Just maybe we can. Now look, this is all dependent on what Fulham do. And we obviously have to go out there and see what we can do. Whatever happens, we have to go and see what... We just have to go out there and just try and play. Now, I have decided to go Diamond. This could backfire. I just feel like the form in the 4-3-3 has fallen off a bus. So let's just go for it. We need to get later scores up. I know what my positions are. Later scores. We need to watch this one right there. Third on screen. Third on screen. So far, we've had a bit of the ball, but no real chances in this game. Norwich has scored 2 early goals against Villa. Those are the only goals. Palace are actually beating Arsenal. Liverpool beating Brentford, which is important, which means at the moment, the lowest we can finish is 8th. I think Everton have just scored. Just as that clicked away, Everton just scored to dash any hopes. As at the moment, we're going to finish 8th no matter what, because Brentford are losing. Joe Geldhart picks up the ball. Fred. Great ball through. Correa, who he decided to put in, hits the bar. Just sums up the last 5 to 8 games of this season. Another chance created where we don't score. I've got some stats to show you at the end of the year that are mind-boggling as well. 0-0. We hit the bar. Everton scored with Calvert-Lewin. We need a Fulham goal. Mitrovic, wake up, son. Great ball to Estupiñán. Don't know why he headed it. Could have took it on his chest. McAllister, what a ball. Lamptey needs the whip. Gets byline. Whips. Cleared. Correa through Mendy. In. Lucky. I don't care. We lead 1-0. We're doing our part. Poor clearance. Correa headed it. Mendy out of position because I think he wanted a back pass. We lead 1-0. We're doing what we need to do. Great ball from McAllister. Found Lamptey. Whips it across. Somehow don't get on there. Sterling's clearance is really poor. Mendy didn't readjust. We lead 1-0. We need a Fulham goal. We also need to not concede. Mason Mount, backstick. Cleared away. Only as far as Jorginho. He can re-whip. McAllister gets under it. Doesn't matter. Kante not known for the long-range ability. Fofana. Reece James. He knows how to beat people and get a ball in. Blot. That falls to Havertz. That's so... Come on with the match engine game. Havertz hits goal. Just like bloody Liverpool. One of those things in the match engine. Wow, we concede straight away. Cross that's blocked. That falls back to him. Of course it is. No way, man. Pass that's blocked. That falls to Havertz. Alto maybe should do a little better. Just like that, bang. Salisu. Don't get... Mason Mount gets their first trouble. Alto, you need to save me. Hits the post. We're lucky. Don't you... Turam, why in the match engine would they take a touch in the box? Just fucking get it away. We've had more of the ball, but it doesn't mean jack. Fred, Estupiñán. Got a whip. Doesn't. Fred, have a dig, my boy. Blocked, cleared. No one there, because Fred's meant to be the person there to sweep up with Salcedo. Dunk. Fred. Estupiñán made a good run, ignored. Salisu. He got caught on the ball once already. Gets rid of it now. Salisu. Dunk. Turam. Lamptey made a good run. Great run. Correa's running box. Need options. Lamptey cuts. Correa falls to McAllister. Get players in their best positions and things happen. We take a lead right on half time. Come on. Come on. We dare to dream the European dream. We dare to dream the European dream. Bit lucky, falls to us there, like their goal was lucky too. We take, I think, a deserved lead, to be fair, in the half time. Or not. Highlight from kickoff because the game can't handle this. Of course there is, because it's Chelsea. We can't FM Chelsea. Not Chelsea. Sterling's ball should be picked off. Salisu, it's going to fall to him somehow. Tarum, headed away. Gelhardt flicks it. It's only going to be as far as they get with Cucurella. Cucurella mistake. For us to win it would be nice. Havertz now. Get rid of this freaking thing out of here. Sterling's going to beat people. He's got numbers inside. Lukaku doesn't miss many. Football manager. Football fucking manager. We score in the 45th minute. Oh yeah, no. Highlight. Down the other end. Football manager. 2-2. We score right on half time. And 2 goals straight away. They've literally, both kickoffs have scored. 1 minute after the other. We're playing a game of FIFA, are we? Are we playing a game of FIFA? We score 32nd, highlight from kickoff goal. Score 45th, highlight from kickoff goal. Look, I'm going to say I'm happy because we've actually played really well apart from the FM being FM. The main reason we have not finished inside a European spot is Football Manager. The match engine. Ridiculous. Cucurella, if he scores now, it's game over. Alta makes a great save. The match engine's cost us. Fulham are still winning 1-0. I mean, Everton is still winning 1-0. We still need a goal. Chelsea's starting to dominate, you feel now. Need a goal from Fulham. We need a goal too. Joe Geldhardt's not had a good day. I'm going to move Alvarez into a pressing forward. I don't like it. Fred's had a stinker. Andreas is going to go over there. McAllister is having a great game too. I don't really have any spot for Andreas, but he's one of my best players. There's no midfield spot that I'm happy with him here. Mazzala on attack. Just get forward. I'm only going to make 2 changes because if we score, I can make changes to go 4-3-3. Go more defensive. Here we go. It's this highlight or no highlight. Salisu. Alta. You watch. We'll concede from kickoff if we score. It's happened twice already. Lamptey made a good run. Here we go. Need a good ball here, Lamptey. Keep going, son. Whip in a ball. Correa. Let's go. Pause. I don't want to see no bloody bullshit of kickoff. You understand me, boys? You listen. Andreas on one side. Alvarez on another with fresh legs. Correa's having an absolute stormer, so we shouldn't be taking him off anyway. Move Correa wide. Go like that. Pressing forward because I think it's better for us. Alvarez can just do the role for a little bit. Andreas on one side, Correa on the other. McAllister in a ball-winning midfielder role. No. You're going back here. Saucedo is absolutely dead. Gets civered on. Right? Lamptey just got an assist. But I think the fresh legs of Scully might help. And we leave 1 change of time waste with late doors. We leave 1 change of time with late doors. We still need Fulham to score a late one. Mitrovic, where's your noggin, mate? I need a Mitrovic noggin. Yes, make the changes. Please make the changes. Instructions as well. Waste some time there, boys. We need to see a Fulham freaking late one. Time's ticking, and it's ticking, and it's a highlight. Scully takes his time. That's fine, mate. Throws, looking for Alvarez. Does well. Finds Andreas. There's numbers in the box for him. Mendy made a save somehow at his near stick. I thought, the way the animation was, I thought he scored. That's okay. Corner. We still can score from this. Front stick runner. Salisu. Big head. Big head Salisu. McAllister whips. Salisu was in and around. Dunk. Highlight still not over. And it's because Kante's going on the break, is he? Get a tackle, boys. Well done, Sivert. Salisu. Alvarez. Numbers coming. McAllister. Correa. Numbers across the box. He was offside. Highlight straight away. Freak me life. Kante. Havertz. Thumps one out to Pulisic. Should be our ball. Stupian. Salisu. Good pass here. Don't get caught on it. Dunk. Have to find a pass. Looks long for Alvarez. I don't mind the idea. Now we have to win it in the middle of the park, which McAllister does. Salisu. Civet. Out the other side now, Alta. Dunk. Finds Thuram. Get beyond Andreas. Go, Andreas. You just go corner flag. Ball to McAllister. And then he gives it away and we're going to get hit on the break. Havertz, foul him. I don't care. Break his leg. Kante. James. This is the moment we have to hold on through. Fofana. We really should have been an attacking opportunity for us. Don't you dare give me a defensive mistake. It's a defensive mistake. Alta, you little legend. Good save. Fulham, one time. Go to defensive. Set up shop. Don't be more expressive. Out of position, you drop off that little bit more. You do not prevent the short goalkeeper distribution. You drop off a touch more. You don't give him nothing. Please, Fulham. Highlight straight away. Shouldn't find Sterling. Somehow does. Scully now. Andreas. Just get it up the field. Dunk. Thuram. Don't play with it here. Thumped it looking for Cray. He's a big boy. He can win a header. Didn't even jump. Pulisic now. Come on, boys. Correa, good tackle. We could break if we wanted to. Thumps one. Andreas has got the speed. Fresh legs. Alvarez. Andreas. 1-2. Got to score. What a save from Mendy. What a nice animation, to be fair. All right. Fulham, please. Please, Fulham. We're going to make a change here as well. Time-wasting change. Correa, you've given us hope. And hope in our hearts we go. Asensio is going to come on the time waste. Here we go. We need one last gasp Fulham goal. Time ticks. It ticks. It ticks. And I think it just ticked all the way to nothing. We beat Chelsea on the final day. What a performance. We've done it well. In this run in, the three hardest games on paper. Man United, Man City, Chelsea. Beat it all three. If you told me we beat Man United, Man City and Chelsea, I would have thought we would have finished fifth or better. Instead, we've lost the games against West Ham, Everton, Brentford. Only got ourselves to blame, I feel. But at the same stage, it is what it is. Look, good result today, boys. We can hold our head up high. Finish outside, just outside is whatever. Was there a late goal? A Mitrovic sealer. Please. Please, oh please. There wasn't. 1-0, Calvert-Lewin in the 29th minute, and then Everton set up shop like they've done all year, and they've won a million games at 1-0. Gutting. Absolutely gutting. What a performance though, lads. What a performance. Best ever Premier League finish. 8th. Look, they're going to finish better than 8th in the Premier League. That's my prediction. We get 25 mil. Man City crowned champions, even though they were never overturning the goal deficit, which is fine. We have to put ourselves through the pain. Let's go see how they did it. They dominated, to be fair. They had a goal disallowed for offside for Vinicius. From a corner, interesting. It's not over yet, this highlight. Wilson, Tossin. Wilson, left it. Highlight's still going. Tossin again. Ball over the top. Oh, fucking offside by about 20 feet. That wasn't even close. My only other pain I want to see is key highlight. Is there a key highlight for Fulham in the last 5 minutes of this game? Put myself through the pain. Is there a key highlight in the last 5 minutes of this game? Oh no. 82nd minute set piece. Wilson. Headed. Oh my, it was so close for Solanke. 87th minute. Long throw. Reed. Paldina. Solanke nearly did it for us. Reed. Wilson. Solanke was offside anyway. They had 2 moments in the last 10 minutes. Look, they didn't deserve anything. It would have been nice. If we look back at our season, this run in, one game in this run in that we get a point out of, a win out of. One game in this run in that we win, and we finish in Europe. Brentford 1-0 on paper, we should win. West Ham, look, there's something I'm going to show you with West Ham in a second that's ludicrous. Liverpool, we lost 1-0. Game that could have gone either way, match and killed us. The big one for me is this one. Spurs, 1-0 up, flying, looking good, switch 4-3-3, missed a couple of chances, and they scored 2 goals in the final 10 minutes to win the game 2-1. That's the result right there that has cost us European football. That's hard to take. If we go to the season, I need to show you this because it is absolutely ludicrous. Man City, 84 goals this season. West Ham scored 64, we scored 63. So only a goal behind West Ham. Goal over performance. West Ham scored 15.64 more goals than they were expected to this year. They're only meant to score, according to XG, 48.4. They scored 64. And they finished 3rd this year. If I ever scored more than 15 goals of my XG on any FM, especially last year, I would have won every league title without losing a game. And this year, if we did that, we would have finished definitely inside the top 4. If you want to see our numbers, it's hard to see, but they're in 18th. I don't know if we can reverse that table. Can't reverse it. If we can go to under expected. There you go. Under expected. Us on the other hand, meant to have scored 70, scored only 63. There's a few FMings in that. 3rd worst in the league. I would just love it to be neutral. If it was a 0, I would have been happy. Would not complain if any of these numbers from Leeds through to Newcastle is, within the realm of understanding. Anything outside of that, anything above 5, anything above, below a 5 is probably, as in negative 5, is probably a bit harsh or a bit nice. I just understand Chelsea are a really good side. City are. Everton scored more than 6.4. West Brom got relegated were more clinical than us. Correct. Good point from Dim. That's the big one for me, man. That's the big one for me. Penalties taken. 1 penalty all year. 1 penalty, 1 scored. 1 penalty all year. Liverpool got 11. Arsenal 10. Yes, it doesn't mean anything because Aston Villa, Spurs and Wolves didn't get anything. But, I just want to point that out. Only 1 penalty all year as well. It's a lot of stats that point that we've been really unlucky to finish only 8th. West Ham, best defence in the league, conceded only 26. 26 they only conceded. We only conceded 48 and 38, which is 8th best. Expected goals against, worst in the league. West Ham, very even to ourselves, and I got the best. That's the thing. West Ham 44.52, if you can just see it. We finished with 46. That is comparable with a Liverpool, a Arsenal, United. Only City and Chelsea are really blowing that out the water. West Ham got the best defence in the league and expected to concede 44.52. They only conceded 26 goals and they're expected to concede 44. West Ham scored the most, 15 goals above their goals they were meant to, conceded roughly 15 goals less than what they were meant to, and they finished 3rd. If West Ham went to statistical data this year, they finished 14th, 15th, 16th. Somehow, they've performed like that. Everton, where are you? Everton, expected to concede 56 goals this year. Everton concede 42. If they concede anywhere close to the amount of goals they were expected to concede this year, we currently sit inside the top 7. Instead, we concede 48. Only we're meant to concede 46. That I can live with because that's very close to the reserve, to the data. But the big ones are West Ham, 15 goals more than what they were meant to score, and roughly around 15 goals less than they're meant to concede. Everton, plenty of goals that they meant to concede. They didn't. It was 11. And they scored more than their total as well, but not by as much as what West Ham did. You take those two out the equation, they finished where they meant to finish with statistical data, which is the bottom levels of here, or being in a relegation fight. We've already gone up into 6th. Without factoring in any of the results we're probably meant to have taken in the run home. In the games, like Spurs or anything. Take that into consideration for how well we did this year. That the statistical data shows that West Brom, who got relegated, were more clinical with their chances than ourselves, and we still managed to finish 8th. Next year, we're going to have to plan with a bit of a bigger squad because I've already made a transfer signing for next year. We're going to have to find a way to get McAllister in a role that suits him down to a T. It has to be the 10, which then leaves me in a position where I have to get Andreas playing week in, week out, and I don't have a role for him. What do we do with the diamond? What do we do with the 4-3-3? Do we just leave it and just ride it and hope the data becomes a little bit better next year? Probably the way to go. What would you do next season? How would you get all your best players into their best positions? Because there is probably too many forward-thinking players. From Damo and everybody else here, I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye. Next season, hopefully the year we make Europe.